think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather. We knew Crawford is a great fighter.
The comparison, listen, Crawford Mayweather would have been an amazing fight in their prime. Just like you insert Ray Leonard in there, just like you insert Ray Robinson in there. What a round robin that would have been.
He tried. You catch him, he want to catch you back. You know what I mean? You fighting Bud, he's not. Bud's not running from nobody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's where I felt that I had the upper hand in our competition.
In response to Terence Crawford accepting Floyd Mayweather's offer of a bout, Canelo threatened to have Crawford defeat him in a duel. He asserted that Crawford is now the superior fighter and should be given full credit for his accomplishments. Terence's technique and timing were commended by Canelo, who dubbed him brilliant. He thinks that Crawford has demonstrated his abilities in a variety of weight classes and that both experts and fans ought to acknowledge his brilliance. Throughout the sport, he gained respect.
I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather. We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
Was it something specific, the movement or his speed or power, or what? Was there something you could put your finger on that gave you the most trouble?
Everything.
Okay.
He have everything. You know what? Sometimes you try and your body cannot go, right? That's my frustration. Maybe I can figure out Crawford, but my body cannot go anymore. So I try it, but my body just not let me go. And you need to accept it. That's it. He's a great fighter. He's a good fighter. He know how to move and everything.
Garage Hackett offered his thoughts on Canelo's remarks on Terry Crawford, highlighting the difference between Crawford's victory against him years later and Canelo's own defeat to Floyd Mayweather. Hackett clarified that Canelo was not yet a fully formed boxer with the skill and experience he presently possesses when he faced Mayweather at the age of 23. Crawford, on the other hand, faced Canelo after the latter had established himself as the sport's most well-known and accomplished fighter. According to Hackett, this background increased the significance of Crawford's victory because it took place against a Canelo at his best, in contrast to the younger, less skilled combatant who fell short against Mayweather.
Heard that what I think is when Floyd beat me, I was 23, I wasn't polished. When Bud beat me, I was the man. I was the man. And he beat me fair and square. He beat me at my game and he beat me at his game. That's why Canelo said that. Do I believe that? It's tough to believe. We're not going to ever see Bud versus Floyd. And it's crazy. It's crazy because I would love to see that fight, but I know we're not going to see it. But I can only take Canelo's word because he's the man that's been in the ring with both of them. But I understand why he said it. I was a kid when I fought Floyd. He wasn't a kid literally, but he was young. He was young. There was a lot he didn't know. There was a lot he didn't understand about boxing that he later on learned and got better. But Bud beat the better version of me, even though it's the ran down version. I'm saying that because it is some wear and tear there with Canelo. I've been saying it the whole time. When a guy got almost 70 fights in current time, with all those big camps he's been doing and all that, trust me, it's some wear and tear there. I'm not making excuses for Canelo. I'm just saying, I do give Bud his credit though for beating Canelo, and Canelo understands I am a better fighter today than I was back then. But that's hard to say because Floyd, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Bud took maybe 20% of what Floyd did and added that to his repertoire for this fight. So that's why I'm saying it's tough to say that.
Terence Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez left Joe Rogan speechless. He emphasized how, at the age of 37, Crawford advanced 2 whole weight classes, a rare accomplishment in boxing history, Rogan emphasized that the accomplishment is remarkable because no fighter at this point in their career has been able to challenge and defeat a fighter of Canelo's caliber. It was more than just a victory for him. It was a historic occasion that demonstrated Crawford's excellence and cemented his status as one of the sport's most exceptional athletes.
It's like you're watching, like, wow. Towards the end, towards the final rounds, it really started getting comfortable and really started putting it on him. I'm like, this is amazing.
You know, one of those rare, like, that's history, obviously, right? Watching somebody do, you shouldn't be able to do that. You shouldn't be able to fight at that weight for the first time ever
against one of the greatest,
greatest of all time, fucking, and do what you did. It is beyond, like, my favorite, an outlier. You're beyond an outlier. You're an anomaly.
Yeah. Something special. And
something really special.
I believe he's 37.
Yeah. One of those where you shouldn't be able to do that by any account. By any account. 37, my body was so wrecked. I'm like, fuck you. You know, I can barely go bowling.
Paulie Malignaggi offered her opinion on the continuing argument about who is a better fighter, Terence Crawford or Floyd Mayweather. He pointed out that as every combatant symbolizes a different age with unique difficulties and conditions, conversations like this will never really come to a conclusion. Because both men have compelling arguments for greatness, Malignaggi underlined that comparing them is an intriguing topic for fans and pundits, but ultimately pointless. He acknowledged Crawford's ability to dominate several categories and defeat top opponents, while also acknowledging Floyd's impeccable record and illustrious career. Even while there isn't a clear solution, Malignaggi believes that the discussion itself is what makes boxing fascinating.
Tough 154-pounders and it was in a young Canelo and a very tough Cotto who was punching very hard from 40 to 54. You know, remember Cotto had knocked out Delvin Rodriguez at 54. He'd still done some damage at 54, and I thought
won a title at 60.
Yeah, and I thought he knocked out Martinez at 60, and I thought he gave Mayweather a pretty good fight at 54. I don't know. I can't say I disagree or agree. I just think that Mayweather, because it's so far away, so long ago, you know, and people sort of start to underestimate the things he did. You know, people talk about Canelo takes his repertoire from the Mayweather repertoire. No, he doesn't. Mayweather fought ex-champions. This guy's fighting guys who will never even may never smell a belt in their life, and he was fighting them. So. You know, Mayweather, even if you're saying, he didn't fight the very best, he still fought champions and ex-champions, even at 47, even at 54.
Timothy Bradley expressed the audacious belief that Terence Crawford would also have the means to overcome Floyd Mayweather. Crawford has the ideal combination of intelligence, flexibility, strength, and technique to offset Floyd's defensive prowess, Bradley clarified. He maintained that even in his best form, Crawford would be a nightmare for Mayweather due to his ability to change tactics mid-fight and his keen timing. In his statement, Bradley expressed his profound respect for Crawford's abilities and his conviction that the Omaha Warrior belongs in the same discussion as the best boxers of all time. Crawford is more than just good in his eyes. He possesses all the necessary skills to outperform even the most formidable combatants.
The GOAT, oh, absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter. Terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he gonna reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that back hand. The way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too? No, man, that pull jab he does too, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. Floyd got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counterpuncher. Can concentrate all night. Can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep. I noticed. Floyd's not having success. He started to step on the gas. That's what he do. and he gonna run into problems with Crawford because Crawford hits harder than him.
According to some boxing commentators, Crawford needs to aim for a historic challenge against Dimitri Bivol in order to exceed Mayweather's legacy. Bal, who is renowned for his size, talent, and power at light heavyweight, is a test that could further enhance Crawford's legacy. According to these critics, Crawford's victory over Bivol would solidify his status as superior to Floyd, since it would show that he could defeat a more skilled, larger, and technically proficient opponent. They contend that such a victory would dispel all doubts and position Crawford as the greatest boxing legend of all time, accomplishing things that even Mayweather couldn't.
Let's see Bivol, Bud, next, since Bud's so strong. That's what I said. Why are you talking about 54? None of them dudes gonna get you up. If you truly beat Canelo, why not be the greatest fighter in the existence of boxing? Like, Bivol is the only dude to beat 2 undisputed active champions. Like, he beat Canelo as an undisputed champion, and he beat Better Beef as an undisputed champion. Bivol, historically, might go down as one of the greatest to ever do it. If you beat Bivol and you beat Canelo, I mean, Crawford might have surpassed TBE in Floyd. Floyd has never beaten someone as accomplished as Bivol. And forget about accomplishments like perceived threat. Who's Bivol on Floyd's resume?
There are rumors that Terence Crawford wants to become a 6-division world champion, which is a huge accomplishment that very few boxers have ever accomplished. Crawford is already well known for dominating several weight classes and outperforming top competitors, and his desire to reach new heights demonstrates his desire to push himself to the limit. Since he would be entering the 160-pound bracket and facing opponents who are inherently bigger and stronger, the prospect of him competing at middleweight has excited boxing fans everywhere.